Your CRM can already manage clients, track services, log activity, and in the last part also generate professional documents automatically. In this part, we're gonna make it send emails. We are building a full email automation system inside Excel. Email templates selection, dynamic placeholder replacement, attachment support, and automatic email logging, all from one form. If you want to follow along, there's a starter template linked in the description. Let's build it. In the previous videos, we made already 2 email automation buttons. Here on the right, that sends a reminder on overdue services, and 1 open client email. It's up to you if you want to keep them. I'm gonna keep send reminder, but we could also have that in our email form we're building here today. But I will delete the open client email because we can do that from the form with templates and better structure. Again, total up to you, but I would delete the open client email. I would click on it first and remove the code inside, just so we don't have all codes inside. Then I would delete the button, move the document up here, like so, and then we are ready to move on. A business lesson: when you're creating software and automation systems, you don't get it perfectly upfront. You have to adjust and test what works, and later down the road when you're building the project, you might find out that you have to delete some stuff or pivot it or adjust it or improve it. That's how you build a good system that is tested and really thought about how it should operate. So you build something, you understand it better while you're building it, and then you build the right version. That email button wasn't a mistake, it was just a starting point. Let's enter the user form and let's get rid of the caption and set height to 490 and width to 510. Let's enter the title on top, called Email Automation. Center the text in the middle and font size 20. Now we need client, service, templates, and subject boxes. We have 3 combo boxes: client, service, and templates we select from, and a subject line. This line will be filled in from our template. Then we have our body, which is a text box with multi-line. Let's move it down a little bit and move things around. Then we have our list box for attachments. And 2 buttons on top where we can add and remove. And then we have a send button. Let's move things around. And then we insert a label below body text, which will function as a warning in case we are having a template with placeholders. That means you haven't selected a client or service yet. And this is our email form. Then we name it FRM Email Automation. And we copy paste the button and call it email. This will open the email. Call it BTN email. Double click and write the code FRM Email Automation.show, and this will open the form. Now we will take a look at the combo boxes that will populate client, service, and template data. And we will also set it up so if you select a client in the client list box on the left, the email automation form will automatically load with that client in the client combo box in the email form. We have the user form here. We double click on it. The form loads clients and templates from the CRM database when it opens. Templates are read directly from the email template sheet and loaded into the dropdown. So it loads it from this sheet, email template sheet, where there are templates, template name, category, subject, and our email text. So we can pick follow-up after proposal, onboarding welcome, service completed, appointment reminder, payment reminder, and so on. And you can keep adding new templates. Selecting a client triggers service loading and reapplies templates placeholders. This is what we see here. Let's have the onboarding welcome services. We have the service name placeholder, missing placeholder service. And when we select client poll, it updates. Services are filtered by client ID, so users only see projects relevant to the selected client. Switching templates immediately populates subject and body with placeholder resolved content. The CRM finds the selected template Then replace every placeholder with the live data from the form. If any placeholder remains unresolved, a visible warning alerts the user before sending. So this is what we saw before. When we select a template, it says that we're missing placeholder client and service. We find here client name and service name because we haven't selected anything. And it updates when we fill in the placeholders and select our client or services. Selecting a service re-triggers template population. So all service-specific placeholders resolve. So this is the populate template fields referring up here. That we are referring up here in the change CMB service. Our style form is following the same logic from our other parts of this CRM build, so I'm not gonna go in depth with that. But it's a centralized styling procedure applies to dark theme consistently across every control. Then we have our two buttons, the add and remove attachments in our emails. File dialog lets users attach any file before sending. Multiple selections are supported. And the remove button, selected attachment can be removed before the email is opened in Outlook. So in case we've added a wrong file, we can remove it. We're going to see that later. This is the email lock we've seen before. Finally, our email sent button. Before opening Outlook, the system validates that a client, subject, and body are all filled in. The CRM creates a new Outlook email, populates all fields, attach files, then display it. And you can change this line .display to .send if you want them to be sent out directly. I like it with .displayed because that gives you a chance to look at it and confirm it yourself before sending it out. Every sent email is recorded automatically with timestamp, client, service, subject, template, and attachments. After sending, the email log sheet updates automatically. No manual tracking required. In the document part, we built the document center, and one of the documents we created was this onboarding PDF right here. It's saved, it's linked to the client, it's ready to go. Now what happens when you actually need to send this to a client? Just a quick note here, we are selecting John Carter and his service website setup, even though the website setup is marked as complete, and we're sending him an onboarding document. That doesn't make sense from a business point of view. Why would we send an onboarding document when the project is already completed? This is just to demonstrate the email automation form we just created. But I think you understand the logic behind the demo and the video we've been creating here today. So open the form and pick the client, John Carter, and open the email. You can see it opens up with his name. Then we select the project, website setup, and select the template, onboarding welcome. Now you can see the subject line and the body automatically get filled in. The subject line, welcome on board, John Carter. And the body says, hi John Carter, welcome on board. Thank you for choosing us. We're excited to work with you on website setup. Your onboarding process is now on the way and we'll keep you updated throughout each stage of the project. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out anytime. Best regards, Jacob Automation. So you can see the template is using the placeholder, client name, and the service name placeholder. Then we're going to add a document. We select John Carter's company, Apex Consulting, and we select the onboarding document. Let's pick the Word document first. I want to show you here. We picked the Word document first and realize, no, this is a mistake. We send out PDFs, so the documents cannot be edited. Then we add the PDF onboarding document instead, and now we're ready to send it. We click send, and the email populates. And a message box pops up, email opened in Outlook and locked. And here we have the two things in this setup. We have the form on the left and the email on the right. So we can see it's filled in with client's email, the subject line, the file we just attached, and the text from the text box body from the form. We can just open the PDF just to double check. And you can see it's the same document, the client onboarding document. That's what we built here today. Please like and subscribe if you got value out of this video. I really appreciate it. And let me know in the comment section if you have any questions. Now let's get into the email templates sheet, and we can see here are the templates we used. Now let's go to email log. The CRM didn't just send an email, it recorded it. That's the difference between a tool and a system. You can see here on row 11 that I mark with yellow that we have all the data stored in our email log sheet. Which template we used, which client we sent to, a timestamp, and which files were attached. That's the complete email automation system. Thanks for watching. Hit that like button if you liked the video and make sure to subscribe. We now have client selection, email templates, placeholders, and a full log sheet, all running inside of your CRM. There's a starter template in the description if you want to build it yourself. Part 10 is next. We are combining the document generation system with this email module, so the CRM can create and send proposal onboarding documents and client summaries in a single click. See you there.